You're using the wrong item filter. I bet you're using the impulse item filter just like this for a single filter at your pumpkin and melon farm, and it probably bugs you at just how awkward it looks. Well, hold on to your pickaxes because I've got a whole revolutionary compact item filter design that is going to completely change the way you play Minecraft. Maybe. Get ready to say goodbye to the old days of filtering items and say hello to a whole new level of efficiency and convenience. Everyone, I hope, knows about the impulse item filter, but even less of us know about how annoying, super annoying they can be with working with tight spaces. Now, imagine there was a wall right here, and this is as far as you could go. Say there's another farm here, or, somebody else's base if you're on a server, and you just can't go any further right here, and, you just can't go any further anywhere else. You gotta squeeze it in somewhere. Tight spaces. The impulse item filter is just simply not going to work. So, what's the alternative? Say goodbye to awkward protrusions and say hello to space-saving marvels. This design not only saves space, but it also is much more efficient with your items by reducing the amount of items needed for the buffer. It also never has the chance of backing up. I can even put this up in there and it's only going to go into there. It'll never back up these. Now you could also come over here and replace this lectern with a composter and fill this up to 1, 2, 3 levels for a power level of 3. And you could still save the same amount of space, but you would have the downside of you still have to have at least 41 items in the filter. However, just using the non-stackable items is just a much more efficient way of doing things because, of course, less items in the buffer and no chance of a backup. And don't go thinking just because you have 2 filters next to each other that you need to use an impulse item filter, because these can be stacked next to each other up to 2, as you see here. And the same goes for double hopper speed as well. You keep the same amount of items and you get the benefit of double hopper speed. And this is how you build it. Dude, what are you doing? The poor sheep has it stuck in its butt. Look at it.
It has been pegged.
It needs a doctor.
Just don't tell the doctor why it's stuck.
So to build a single one, you want to come up 2 blocks from whatever floor you're building on. This is my way of just waterproofing or resistancing any sort of redstone that you have or any spills that you may have. Then you want to have 2 hoppers, one coming into the back of this barrel or chest, whatever you have for your storage, and 1 more up. Important that this top one is not facing straight down. If it's facing straight down, you are wrong. Change it. Then you want to come on out here with a glass block and a comparator next to that glass block over here. A target block. On top of that target block, you want another comparator. And then reading into this comparator, you want a lectern with a book of 15 pages turned to the 13th page. Then moving on, you're going to go to a block that this comparator is pointing into. Below that block, glass block, another glass block. Then you're going to go ahead and use your 2 redstone dust and your torch. Then you're going to come into this top hopper and you're going to put 4 unstackable items here and then whatever item you want into here for 18. So that anytime an item goes above that, it gets this torch down here, gets powered so it turns off, unlocking this hopper below it, allowing an item to be sucked out. Now, if you have 2 next to each other that you need to tile, on this side, you're going to use a glass block, grab a repeater, facing this way, into a block with 2 more glass blocks. And these glass blocks can be really any block. They don't need to be glass blocks. I just prefer to use glass blocks where you don't need to directly power a block. But this is how you're going to be able to 2-wide tile them. You can then flip this on the other side, and you can have up to 2 right next to each other with still saving 2 extra blocks. Now, if you don't want to use a target block, place a full block instead of a glass block there. Place a comparator, a full block with a torch. And here you're probably going to go ahead and grab any block, comparator, go ahead and grab your fancy old lectern with 15 pages, turn to the 13th page. Then next to that, you're going to have not a glass block, a full block. Then down here, you're going to have any block. You're going to have an any block right there. Then you're going to have a full block right here. You're going to have a repeater, dust, dust, and dust. Now at this point, you can slap your 18 items there and your 4 non-stackable items there. You are ready to go. Now for the double hopper speed. We're going to have a hopper pointing down, hopper facing horizontally into that, and then another hopper above that one facing into this hopper. Then a hopper straight down. Behind this, a glass block, can be a regular block even, a comparator with a block. Below that block, we're going to have another block. Then down diagonal, a glass block or another regular block. Oops. Then a target block, torch, and a full block above that. Then we're going to have 2 redstone dust back here. Then we're going to come up here. We're going to have any block or glass block with a comparator. And our special lectern with 15 pages turned to the 13th page. Now at this point, we want to come in here, put a stack of your items in here, and 4 non-stackable items over here. Then you want to come up here, put your 18 items and your 4 non-stackable items in your filter hopper. If you want to make this a 2-wide tileable, all you need is a repeater. Go ahead and break this. Have a block here, repeater, block, gap, block, then a dust, and any block there, dust. And now you can tile this up to 2. Now, if you don't want to use target blocks, you can slap a regular block here, comparator, pointing into a block with any block next to it, repeater, block, block, and then any block here, then another block up here with a torch right here to lock both of these hoppers. Then you want a redstone dust here and a redstone dust here. Then over here, you want any block here, comparator, and our special lectern with 15 pages turned to the 13th page. Then at this point, you can grab your stack of items, 4 non-stackables, your 18 items, and 4 non-stackables. And you are ready to go. And this, as well, can be tiled up to 2. So in conclusion, this is a pretty daggone smart item filter design, but it doesn't replace your sorters for your regular storage system. Let me be clear. Say you were using a storage system like this. You've got your chests next to each other right here. Of course, you wouldn't be using this item filter design for these because you'd just be simply using the tileable, infinitely impulse item sorter design. The sacrifice with it being tileable like that is that you just have to have a few more items in the buffer. But this design truly has potential to enhance your Minecraft experience in ways you never thought possible, and should be used as just another tool in your arsenal with redstone knowledge. So what are you waiting for? I encourage all of you to try out this new item filter design in your own Minecraft worlds. Share your feedback in the comments section below, and let's revolutionize the way we play Minecraft together. Don't miss out on this opportunity while I plan my next video.